All right. Good morning. Good afternoon. I hope everyone's having a good day. So the way we do these calls is you can drop a Q in the chat, like a Q, and then you can unmute yourselves and ask a question, or we can all just have a conversation, whatever comes to mind. Anything really goes here for these Q&As. And then if like towards the end, if we don't have any more questions, I'll be showing you guys a couple products and kind of walk you through that process there too. So we can start with the Q&A. Any questions? Any questions? Joanne, Wesley, Matali, Donna, you guys have any questions?
The other day, the other presentation was on. He was talking about I didn't have the name set up for the EIN, the redoing the business, setting that up. He said to go ahead and go on and set it up with personal, and then all that can switch over. So that's
Yes.
okay. So I've been trying to get all that lined up. So I should have it by end of day.
Okay, no rush, no rush at all. So, yeah, so for those of you guys that haven't opened your Amazon seller account, I would 100% recommend to open your account with your personal entity, your personal name, your personal social security number, and that way it'll be easy to get your foot in the door. And then once you get your LLC, your EIN, you can convert the Amazon account to your LLC entity because right now it's taking longer for LLCs to get access to the seller account because they're going through a sort of like a verification process for LLCs. It takes longer because they want people to 100% make sure that they are operating that LLC. So there's an extra step that Amazon is requiring as opposed to opening your Amazon account with your personal entity, personal social security. It's a lot easier to get the Amazon approved in 24 hours. With the LLC, it takes more like 2, 3 days. Sometimes I've seen up to 7 days, and they're requesting an extra step. They're requesting a letter of authorization. So if the letter of authorization isn't properly submitted, then they will delay the process. So I would 100% recommend start with your Amazon account with the Social Security, your personal entity, and then you can convert it once you have the account active. So that is going to be the first thing. If you have like a backup Amazon account that you didn't use, like let's say some years back, you tried to create an Amazon account and you didn't really do nothing with it, you absolutely want to make sure that that Amazon account, you can access it and you can start selling on that Amazon account. Because if you try to create a new one, there's going to be some issues there. So you might want to take a look at that if any of you guys are in that position.
Quick question. So
Mhm.
when you're talking about having an Amazon account, you're talking about, like I had an Amazon account that I didn't use, but I didn't have a seller's account. So when I
Okay.
went on, it asked me if I had one because I tried to create a new one and it asked if I had a. So I went to that one. So does it marry those two or is it going to create a separate one for selling?
So you can actually, so your shopper account, your regular shopper account, that one, it has nothing to do with it.
Okay.
However, when you sign up with Amazon, it's going to say you can use those logins for your seller account too.
Okay, that must be what it was trying to do
Yeah,
then.
I think that's
Okay.
probably what you saw there. So that's okay. That's totally
Okay.
okay.
All right, thank you.
I actually prefer that because Amazon would trust your account a little bit better if you're already a shopper. They already have like those credentials and stuff there. Okay, so it looks like somebody's calling me. Sorry about that. How do I turn that off? Okay, all right. So, yeah, let me know any other questions. Amazon account, ungating process, anything like that.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What kind of printer do you use in the labels? Like for like
Yeah. So I use let me show you guys my list of supplies. So I use a fancy printer. You don't have to use this one. It costs a pretty penny. This is my list of supplies. I'll also drop it in the chat for you guys. Where is the chat? Here it is. So this is a list of supplies. These are going to be your 2x1 labels, boxes. You can get them for free from USPS if you're using USPS, which is post office. You can get free UPS labels, 4x6 labels. Other boxes, you can get them from Uline, Granger, Walmart, Costco Business Center also has boxes there. For FBA, you can get them from Walmart. Now, the printer that I use is this one. I absolutely love it. This is the wired one. So this one you have to plug it into your PC and kind of do all those little connections. Now you could get this one as well, which is on Amazon for 280. This one is the wireless one. So this is like the newest one that they have. And it does cost a little bit, but I like it because you don't have to refill it with ink. And it's Wi-Fi compatible. So if you just have it plugged into the port, like the actual like cable, you don't have to plug it into your computer or plug it into your phone. It prints automatically with Wi-Fi. Now there is other printers that you can find, like, like generic ones. Like there's this one for 120. Oh no, not this one. This is like one of those bigger ones. Like there's this one here for $40. But the thing is, these roller printers on the back here, you can make it a 4x6 label, or you can adjust it in the back and make it for a 2x1 label. So you can have both formats. This one, I'm not too sure if that'll have that. And these you might have to plug them into your device as well. So you kind of have to look into it a little bit. Um, but yeah, this is the one that I like here. This is the wired one, and they have the wireless one here on the website as well. It's also 280, and it comes with a free stack of labels too. 500 labels included for this on the website. On Amazon, it won't come with the labels. And it's the same price. If you have your seller's permit already, you can use a Amazon business account. So let me show you guys what that looks like. A business.amazon.com. So this is Amazon Business. So what you can do is you can create a free account with your LLC, your EIN, and all that stuff. And put your tax exempt number in there. You apply for it, and all the purchases that you make on this account will be sales tax exempt. So you won't pay any taxes if you want to buy this printer from Amazon, the roller printer. It'll just be 280 flat, no sales tax if your state has sales tax. So you can save yourself there some sales tax on that. What else should I go over here? The weight scale that I use is this one here. It's $40. It lasts forever. It's pretty handy. And then what else here? We got the tape gun, the packing paper. And if you need a power bank, like if you're working out of a storage and stuff, like this is a pretty good one here too. But if you got a garage, you should be okay. So there are a little bit of supplies. Boxes, if you're doing FBA, like if you order something from, let's say, Target or Walmart, or Costco or whatever, those boxes that the product came in and you're sending it to FBA, you can use those same boxes to send that inventory to FBA. But if you're doing FBM, like you're shipping directly to a customer, you definitely don't want to use a Walmart box or a Target box, because then Amazon will consider that as drop shipping. So you can get a violation for that. So very important that if you're doing FBM, make sure it's a blank box, USPS box, or a UPS box. Definitely no retail boxes here. So very important. For FBA, it would be these boxes here. You've probably seen them on Instagram. Everybody uses these large boxes because you can just fill it with a bunch of stuff. And then you put your labels and for FBA, not this one. This one's 27 inches. It would have to be 25 inches. It has to be under 25. You could send 27, but they do charge you the oversized fee. So it would be like medium boxes here, like this one. So that is where you would get your boxes from. Any
And
questions there?
you're referring to the size of the boxes. Are you
Hmm.
saying that who's taking them? Do they have to be under that size? Amazon or
Yeah, Amazon.
okay.
Yeah, so
And
when you wanna go ahead.
I was just gonna ask the size. Is there levels like 20? I think you said 27 and then up it goes to, do they charge you different fees for handling? Is that what you're
Um,
when
so
you're saying?
I think recently they extended the length and the width. I think before you could only send 25 inches. Now I'm just doing a quick lookup on this just to make sure this is correct information. But I think you could, so you could. So basically, this is a new policy in 2025. Basically, it has to be 25 inches or less. Um, if it's over 25 inches, it's considered as oversized. So they will mark it as a oversized product and they charge a little bit more for like their storage and all that stuff.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, just keep in mind, I would just send everything under 25 inches and the weight cannot exceed 50 pounds for any box. So 25 length, width, height, and 50 pounds under for every box that you send to FBA. Okay. So that would be for FBA. For FBM, FBM is a little bit different. I definitely wouldn't send 50-pound boxes because that would be a lot of shipping. For FBM, I would do products that are less than like a pound for FBM, just to not pay so much with the shipping,
Thank you. That's really helpful.
of course.
Cynthia, what is FBM?
FBM is fulfillment by merchant. So you can do FBA is where you pack everything, you throw it in one box, you send it to FBA. FBM is going to be like, let's say you order from your supplier, you get 100 units of some toys or something. Those 100 units, you list them on Amazon as FBM. So once you get a sale, you're going to package it up and buy a shipping label and send it directly to the customer. So it's kind of like how you do eBay, like how you sell eBay, you get the shipping label, you send it to the customer. Same thing, but on Amazon.
So you are the one who is handling the returns also, one if there
Yeah.
is a return. Okay.
Yeah. So FBM stands for Fulfillment by Merchant.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
So if you're going to try some FBM, there's a couple things we need to set up on our Amazon account first. So first things first, you need to optimize your shipping template, and I have a video on exactly how to do that. So, like as a new seller, Amazon is going to have your shipping template as standard, which basically makes you look like your delivery time is very, very slow. So, if you list something and you use their standard template, you probably won't get that many sales because your listing is going to say that the arrival time, like right now it's December 3, it will say on the customer's end, it will say December 15th. And nobody wants to wait until December 15th to get their product, right? So we need to optimize our shipping template closest to our states. So I'm in California. So for California, I would put 1 to 2 days. So anybody in California that sees my product, my store, they will want to buy from me because my delivery time is the next day or the next 2 days. Does that make sense? So I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna drop it in the chat in how to optimize your shipping template. So this is gonna be probably one of the number one things you might want to do if you're considering FBM. I'll also go over something else that you need to do once you get SellerAmp. So let me pull up a listing. Let me share the screen. Okay, so I'm gonna look at these shoes here. I'm gonna pull up SellerAmp. Now, what we have to do is go here on settings on SellerAmp, and we have to integrate our inbound shipping for FBA. I put 80 cents per pound just to be on the safe side. This is pretty standard. You can do 60 to 80 cents depending on the product. If it's a small product, you can do maybe 50 cents per pound. If it's a larger product, then you would have to kind of get the idea of how much it would cost to ship it to FBA. But standard would be 60 to 80 cents, like average. And then down here, you want to put your buying criteria. Maximum BSR, I put 4%. Minimum profit, I put $3. Minimum ROI, I put 20%. Prep fee, if you're using a prep center and they're charging you something, you can put that here so you get the accurate calculation. FBM cost, I typically like to do FBM for products that are less than a pound, so I do like $5 average. And then that will pretty much be everything here. So you have to make sure these settings are pretty much done on SellerAmp. So when you're checking a product, you will see accurate calculations. So this is pretty important. Okay. All right. So that's another thing we got to do. What else do we got to do with the setup? Okay, so we're going to optimize our shipping template. We're going to optimize our SellerAmp settings. Another thing that you can do on SellerAmp is you can create Google Sheets and you can export leads as well. So I do have a video on how to set up your sheets. So if we found this product and I wanted to save it for later, I would just put it here on Cynthia's product sheet and it will automatically go into a sheet where I have all my leads so I can reference it later. And I'll show you guys a video on how to do that. Spend tracker. This is also in your roadmap, but this is how to set up the sheets as well. I'll put in the chat just in case you guys want to reference it right now. But basically, you would get the sheets that are here. You would hit file, make a copy. You would connect the sheets and then link it to SellerAmp. And all of your products that you export, once you hit this button, will pop up on that sheet. And then you can see how much you're spending, what your target profit margin is, everything like that. So where's the chat? Okay, let me put that in here. All right, there it is. So that is for your spend tracker sheets. You got the optimized shipping template. We got SellerAmp. Those are going to be pretty standard things that we need to do. Who hasn't got their Amazon account yet?
I'm in the middle of setting it up.
Okay, so yeah, so set it up with your personal information. How about you, Wesley?
Yeah, I'm in the middle of it. So unfortunately, it wouldn't let me use my old regular Amazon, so it asked for another, I guess, for me to set up another account with another email. So that it kind of bring me around the long way, but that's okay. I'm in the middle of it too.
Okay. All right, sounds good. All right, once you get in your Amazon account, you'll be able to do all these little setup things with the SellerAmp and you're optimizing your shipping template. Once you get in the account, you're going to see like a dashboard. It might look different. Um, Let me pull up my Seller Central.
I did
So
already
there's
get the,
two. You got what?
sorry, go ahead. I did already get the smart or the SellerAmp and the Scott the other one you have. I got those
Okay.
set up.
SmartScout?
This, yeah, this chat real quick. I just want to ask, is this we can access this again from, because you're
Um,
putting these items into this chat. Is this accessible later?
so you can copy it if you can copy it and then
Okay.
save it somewhere,
Okay. Thank you.
or I can send it to you in Skool. I can send it to you in the chat, in our chat.
If you
Yeah,
send
that would be great, Cynthia, to send it in
Okay.
the chat.
window for you,
Or
and
you know what I'll do? I'm gonna create a post. I'm gonna put on the group call. So things we are talking about, and then I will put the links there, so you guys can access it. Okay. Optimize shipping template, and then spend tracker sheets. Okay, so I'll have that there for you guys after this. This call is recorded as well, so there will be you guys can access it after, and there will be an AI summary so you can see what's going on inside the call as well.
Thank you.
Of course. So then what else do we gotta dive in on with the setup process? So once you get your seller account on the dashboard, there's two seller experiences. You're gonna see one that it's like the new generation seller experience. I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of it. Amazon is like constantly trying to like upgrade their seller experience when they should be like focusing on their seller support, which kind of pisses me off, to be honest. But let me show you guys exactly what I mean. Okay, one second. Let me just log into the account. So I'm gonna log into one of my new accounts. So this is, let me share this right here. One moment. Okay. So this is one of my accounts. So this is the old selling experience. When you log in, you're going to see here actions. Whatever pops up in red, just make sure you take care of it. It's probably going to ask you to add your information, add your credit card, verify your information. Make sure you just knock those out as quickly as possible. Because then Amazon, like after 5-7 days, they start to give you some warnings and try and scare you and stuff like that, sending you emails and stuff like that. As long as you take care of whatever is here for the actions, you should be all right. Now you might not see it like this dashboard here. You could change it if you go to, so here you see next gen selling experience. When you log in, you're gonna see something like this. It's gonna look like this, okay? I don't like this thing here. Like, see how it gets like all these like little things here like are all scary, but I know my account is like it's fine. But all these things are starting to pop up. Like it's harder to manage this one. I don't like it. You can simply go here on the top right and go back to the default selling experience, and go back to the normal one. I don't, now I can't go back. Okay, great. So, okay, so we're gonna go back to the normal one. I like this one better. It just looks, it's easier to navigate. So it's up to you how you want to navigate it. I like this one. All of my videos that are inside of the curriculum have this old format. So if you get confused, you can always change back to this one or you can use the other one. Okay. Any questions there? All right, cool. No questions there. So then once you get your SellerAmp and your Keepa, in your roadmap, I do have like some videos on how to use SellerAmp and Keepa. That's going to be the next step. But then we also have ungating. So I quickly want to dive into ungating. This might be a little bit overwhelming as well. I've gone through this on some of the calls with you guys. But in your roadmap, there's going to be an auto ungating list. And in this list, there's going to be products that all new sellers can sell without needing to get ungated. Okay, so you can sell these products here. Let me share the screen. So this right here is our auto ungate list. These are a little bit of instructions on how to use this list. At the bottom, there's going to be an auto ungate list. These are all products here that you can sell without needing to get an invoice. Some of them will require an invoice. Simply just skip it and try something else and see if you can sell other brands. These here in green, anybody can sell. You should be able to sell them like freely. So since we know that we can sell Stafford, we're going to right click on that and we're going to pull up our SellerAmp. So we're going to pull up our SellerAmp. SellerAmp is going to browse Amazon and see what listings are Stafford branded that are on Amazon. Okay, so you can see here these boxers. We went over these with some of you guys in here. But you can find these at JCPenney, and if you use a discount card and some gift cards and some coupon codes, you can bring this cost down and make this product profitable. So there's a couple modes you kind of have to do. It's a little bit of work. So I'll show you guys. So yesterday or the day before yesterday, I got on a call and we calculated these for 1652, but looks like we're not making any money here at 27. Um, but it was just an example. Looks like the price kind of went down a little bit or not. So a couple things we got to look at is this is how you're going to find products that are automatically ungated. However, not all products are going to be winners. So there's three things we have to do when we are sourcing. So three things, and you guys can write this down if you need to. So the number one thing you got to do is check if you're ungated. Check if you're ungated. So here it will say eligible, yes, right? So if you're eligible to sell, that means that you can sell it. You can list it. You can always double check if you grab the ASIN and you go to add a product and you list it there and it says that you're able to sell it. Good news, you can sell it. Now, the second thing we got to make sure is we got to make sure we're making money. We want to make sure we're profitable. Wherever we found this product, we want to make sure we put the buy cost here and that the selling price, this here, that we are actually making money. Right here, we're actually losing money. So this is probably something I wouldn't want to purchase unless I could find it profitably on some website. So if I go on Google here and I try to locate the product for a cheaper price, I would then start to do some sourcing. This is the number one skill we have to learn on Amazon is sourcing. So we're going to start sourcing and kind of see, and looks like everywhere we look, it's like $20. So the prices are up after Cyber Monday, after Black Friday. It looks like the prices are back up. So it doesn't look like this one's going to be profitable for now. So we would probably skip this one. So we're not making money. That's a red flag. I would skip it. The second box is not checked off. The third box that I would go through, like right now that I know I'm not making money, I would just skip it. I wouldn't waste any time. But for the sake of this cool little training that I'm doing for you guys, the third thing we would check off on our boxes would be the Keepa graph. So we would check the price history here. So if you see this, you see that back here, the price was selling for $31 for a pair of briefs, which is absurd. And then down here, it went down to like $20. And then now the price is stabling at $26, $27. So we want to make sure that this pink line is stable throughout the whole way. So this one looks pretty stable. However, at this cost, $16.52, I'm not making any money. So I wouldn't, even if it's stable, it doesn't make any sense to purchase this product. Down here at the bottom where you see this number 37, that means there's 37 sellers on this listing. And now it looks like 32, 31, 30. It looks like it's fluctuating. That means this product is actually getting sales because people are going in and out of stock. So this would be a good listing if we are able to find this one profitably. So that is how you would find automatically approved products. Now, since this one doesn't check off our second box, we're not making money. What I would do then is I would go down a little rabbit hole. I would go down here on SellerAmp, and then I would check other storefronts that are on this listing, because typically these are all new sellers that are on this listing, and us too, we're new sellers. So we want to see what these other new sellers are selling on their storefront. So maybe that we could copy their products too. So we're going to look for somebody that has less than 5 reviews. Looks like this guy here, Portal Detox, has 2 reviews. So it looks like he's gaining some momentum. He's selling some J. Crew Mercantile or whatever. And so we're gonna see if we can find, looks like he only has 1 ASIN. Maybe not a good store to look at. So now we're gonna go down here. This guy here has 7 reviews. So it looks like he's actually gaining some momentum. Okay, so it looks like he's selling Stafford and 1. So these pair of socks here, we're gonna look at the listing and then we're gonna run that spot check again. Are we ungated? Can we make profit? Can we check the Keepa graph and see if it's it's moving in a good direction? So are we eligible to sell on this account? It says yes, I can sell. Now normally how I would check if I'm ungated, if it says no, you would go down here to SellerAmp. And there's going to be a little button here on eligibility. It's going to say request approval right here. So you can request approval directly from SellerAmp, and you would hit that button and it would say like request approval there. So it would look like this. It's going to be like this, selling application. If you're not ungated, it's going to say request approval, but since we're ungated on this account, it says sell yours. Okay. So that's going to be how you would get ungated. If it says, let me show you guys a different example. So let me switch accounts. Maybe that'll make a difference. Okay, so see here how it says request approval for and 1. So now we're gonna request approval. And it looks like here it's asking us for the requirements. So here it's asking for your name and your address, and it's saying show the combined purchase of at least 10 units. So now we know that we need an invoice of 10 units, which is good. We don't need an invoice of like 200 or 300 units. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to this listing and we're gonna see if we can find a supplier that can provide us an invoice for 10 units. That's one way you can do it. Or if you don't want to go with the ungate and do all of the extra things, you don't have to. You can just skip this listing and find a different source. So the key is having to find exactly the same pair of socks. So this is going to be size 6 to 12.5, and it's a 12 pack. So 12 pack, size 8, Walmart. Walmart typically won't work for ungating. We would have to probably try Under Armour. That might work for ungating. Kohl's also works for ungating, but this is not the right brand. Let's see.
I have a quick question on getting
Yeah.
So I ordered something where we needed like 10 units to get ungated, and they're gonna
Mm-hmm.
2 different shipments. They're gonna ship like 8 of them to me, and then they're gonna ship 2 of them to me. So it's
Mm-hmm.
package 1 of 2, but the invoices are split up. So how does that work? That doesn't work when you have to submit one thing that says for, 10 units.
So what you would do is here where it says select files, you would get how many invoices is it? Is it 3?
Yeah.
2? So you would combine the 2 invoices in here.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
so you would just submit both.
or would you just add them both to like one PDF and save it that way?
You could do that too.
Okay.
So what I would do is I would submit I haven't had anybody try that where you combine them in one PDF. That wouldn't be a bad idea. If it doesn't work, just submit them separately. Either way, it should get through. The ones for 10 units are the easiest to ungate.
Right. But
You just
there's
need to find a source that works.
okay.
Yeah. So this one, I know for sure we can ungate this. So another cool little trick is those of you guys that have your Yogi Tea invoice or your taco seasoning invoice, you can upload that in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to try it. Let's see if it works. I don't know if it will work on this account, but we can give it a shot. So I'm going to select files and then I'm going to look for my invoices. And now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to rename a file and I'm going to rename it as and one invoice PDF and just see if that works. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's just hit or miss, okay? So look, I uploaded that invoice. I checked off all the boxes. Now I'm going to put my email. And then I'm going to submit it. And then we'll see if it works. Sometimes it automatically gets approved like right on the dot. Sometimes a human will actually review it. If it's not approved like within that 30-second window, it means that we actually need an actual invoice from an actual source. So let's take a look. View selling application. So it's under review. Okay, it looks like it didn't get automatically approved. This account hasn't had any luck with ungating. So we're gonna check this one now. Let's request approval here. And the biggest difference between this account and the other account is that this one has already gotten sales, and this account has also submitted an invoice from Target and got approved on it. So once you do those two things, you submit your grocery on Gate with the Yogi Teas or the taco seasonings, it increases your chances of getting approved for these little 10 unit invoices too. So I'm gonna try the same thing, see if that works. Put my email here. And then we'll see, give it a couple seconds. Hopefully it works, hopefully it doesn't. It's just trial and error just to see if like we can get through. And if we could get through, we would then look for these socks, which I think Walmart has them for $5.97. Oh, so yeah, they're $10.98. This is 6 pack and then a 12 pack is $10.98. So looks like here we probably wouldn't even be making any money here at $10.98. We would need to buy these socks for like less than $3. And they would be hard to find for less than $3. Unless they're on sale or like they're marked down in the store as retail arbitrage. So that's probably one thing these guys here are doing with retail arbitrage. Um, so let's take a look if we got approved. Nope, we're still gated. Okay, I did request approval. Let me see. Catalog, view selling applications. So it's under review. So this one's going to be reviewed by a human being. So maybe this brand is a little bit more strict. So we can skip it, go to another brand and see what else this guy is selling. He's selling a lot of Stafford. So we can try and locate this 3 pack of shirts. We're going to open that listing. We're going to run our spot check again. Can we sell this product? Stafford, we already know that we can sell Stafford or not. Let me see. Not on this account. Okay, so this one's pretty easy. This is going to be an auto approval. Sometimes it'll just ask for your email. And then you submit it. And it says we have received your approval request. The decision date is on or December 10th, which is kind of a lie because if you view your selling applications, look, we already got approved, okay? So boom, we got approved there. Now we're going to refresh this and we're going to see now this is unlocked. Now we can sell. So now the next thing we got to check off is can we make money on this? So we got a 3 pack of shirts. They're black, gray, and dark gray, and they're a size large. So we're going to run a Google search and we're going to see if we can find them. And they're selling for $28. So we would need to buy the 3 pack for around $10 to $12 max. Typically JCPenney would be the one with the best. Looks like we have here, and they have like a cool little sale going on. So I want to show you guys something cool that I'm seeing here. This is called the debundle and the bundle strategy. So we have a 3 pack, gray, dark gray, and black. And here JCPenney has basically the three colors plus a white shirt that you're getting for $9.52 with this code. Now you could get it cheaper if you get a discounted gift card to bring that cost down a little bit more. So you would go to Cardbear, and cardbear.com has a lot of like discounted gift cards. So then you would type in JCPenney. Looks like we got 16% off here. We got Card Center with 16% off. So you would then do a little bit of math here, calculate a couple things. But what I want to let you guys know is so we only need those three shirts, right? With the white one, there's probably another listing with the white shirt, but you would buy the 4-pack, you would open it, and you would take out the three shirts that you need, you would put them in a poly bag, and then you would put the little F and SKU there, and you would put a sticker that says this is the set, do not separate, and that's how you would prep that. You would make your own bundle out of the 4-pack. That sort of makes sense? So that's kind of a little strategy that I like to do. Um, you will have to do a little bit of math. So this is $9.52 for a 4-pack. So you can, let's see, without our discounted gift cards, it's 2.38 times 3. So realistically, we are buying these for $7.14, which is an $8 profit, which is pretty good. This listing is selling 100 times per month, but let's double check on the Keepa graph. So we know we're making money. Now we need to check the Keepa. Looks like the sellers are starting to drop off here. The price did kind of fluctuate downwards a little bit, but it's stabilized at 28.27. So we know that we can sell this product at 28.27. Now we check the data and we go over here on Keepa. Now we're going to go to offers. Let that load for a second. I also see that everybody here has less than 10 units except for this outlier here. So if you see here, it's sold 30 days, and you go down here, you can see that 36 units have been sold in the last 30 days, and there's about 57 sellers. So this is something I wouldn't go too deep on, and you can kind of gauge as well. You see all these sellers, they have less than 10 units in stock. So probably means that we shouldn't buy a lot of units either. Just because we see an $8 profit doesn't mean we should buy 50 units, 10 units. We should probably buy just maybe 5 units to see if we can sell them, because there is a lot of sellers on this listing and it's selling relatively slow. So that's something we also have to be aware of. Everybody else is doing FBA, so probably means that we should also do FBA. But you could do FBM as well. There's one FBM seller and he's getting 12% of the buy box here as well. So mostly everybody is doing FBA, so I would probably do FBA just to get them in, get them out, and sell out quickly. So this is a good listing. All of you guys here on this call can sell this product. It is at JCPenney here. You do got to do a little bit of math. You got to do a little bit of discount codes. There is a little bit of work you have to do here, but that's kind of how you build your moat and how you find products that are not saturated because people are not willing to go that extra mile to make the product profitable.
So if you were
So
gonna,
this is, yeah,
if you were gonna FBM them and you bust the package and did made the 3 and sent it in like you were describing, you would have that one shirt left. So then how would you send in the sell for just that one shirt? Are you gonna be, I'm assuming you're gonna sell just the one shirt at some place to get rid of
yeah,
it.
so we
And then you
can
would make
find it.
profit from that as well.
Yeah, so we can look for the other listing. We can look for the white shirt. Let's go to Amazon. We would copy the title and we would just change this to white. And it looks like, I think this might be it. Is this it? We have another one here. There's 2 listings here, ultra soft, 100%. Let's see. So it's got to be the crew neck shirt. I think it's this one. So it looks like it's this one. It's a pack of 3 extra large. And this listing is on a large. So you could sell, okay, so we would have to sell on the large listing. Let's see if there's a variation here. No, this is only the extra large. So now what we could do, another important thing we have to check is the variations. Looks like the extra large shirt is the best selling one. It's selling for $1 more as well. So if we actually go to JCPenney and we buy the extra large and then we sell the white one in the extra large as well, we could actually make more money. That was a good question because it kind of forced you to see what you can do with the white one. And then we went down that rabbit hole. And now we see that the extra large is actually selling a lot better. So I would buy the extra large here. So 718 was our cost. So still an $8 profit. And now for the white ones, and it's a 3-pack, it's still the same cost as well. So that's pretty good. However, this is a really high profit, but you see here the BSR, it's at 170,000. So it means that this product is selling a little bit slow, but it has a high profit. So this is going to be one of those slow movers, high margin products. It's always good to have a catalog with like diverse products. Sometimes you're going to have those products that sell 500 units per month, but the profit is only like $1.50 on them. That's okay as long as you have a diverse catalog of different products that yield different profit margins, you can still make money as a whole. So this one here, we would have just checked the data here, the offers. It's actually selling 200 units per month. So this one might be better. I guess people like the white color better than the black and the grays. So I like this product a lot as a beginner product. A little bit of work we got to do here, but it's worth it. You put this code here, you get the 952. And this sale will probably not be in sale for that much longer. These typically go out of stock as well. So if you guys want to take a look at this, I'll drop the links in the chat as well. So you guys can do some research there. Let me drop it here. Okay. So that's going to be for the crew necks. This is going to be for, oh, should I drop it in the Skool chat? I mean, in the Skool um, post that I'm going to make for everybody or for you guys only? I think
Yeah,
just for you guys, huh?
yeah, whichever.
Okay.
Where do you get the listing of the ungated products again? That Excel spreadsheet?
So that is going to be, it should be in your roadmap, but I can put it on that post as well. Auto ungate. Ungate list. I'll put it in the chat. Actually, I don't want to. Okay, that's fine. Um, I'll put it in here too. Um, that's the auto ungate list. I'm gonna put JCPenney, Brunex. I'm gonna put that link in our Skool post that I'm gonna be creating. Brunex. So, and then I'll put the Amazon link for the 2 bundles. But there is other you can get creative with stuff like this too. I think Stafford also has, so this is one storefront that we found here. But there's like, see here, there's the 3-pack of black ones too. So you can do the same thing on these black ones, and they're selling for $29. So you know you're already profitable there too, because we already calculated our cost. The next thing you got to do is just check the graphs and make sure that everything is trending in the right direction. Everything's straight line, there's not too much competition, price is not tanking, everything like that. You can also do the same thing with these boxers here. I've gone over some of these. These are not that good of a price anymore. You might want to check these. These are different variation. But this guy here looks like he knows what he's doing because he's got a lot of products that are automatically approved. So, and he's doing a lot of arbitrage. So he's finding these from Walmart, JCPenney, Target, all those kind of stores. I'm gonna look at this Jellycat right now after I add all these links. One second. Okay, so we got the JCPenney crew necks. I'm gonna add the link to the 3-pack and then white Amazon link. Okay, so then we got those links there. What else should I add? If you guys want to get a gift card, I would do JCPenney, I would do Card Bear to bring that cost down a little bit more. Card Bear. Okay, let's see. What else do we need? Definitely get Rakuten, and this is gonna be Rakuten here. This automatically pops up when you go to your checkout page. So let me show you guys what this does. If we add 5 to the cart and we go to the checkout page, view cart and checkout, look at all these products that there is. Save $20 with code MyPeople. So Retail Me Not is giving us 10% cash back. Rakuten doesn't have anything, but look, Cooper here is giving us our coupons. So if we just hit this, apply coupons, it's going to try some coupons and see what's going to be our best discount. So My People, the code goes down a little bit. And then I'll share this link with you guys as well so you guys can install it. How do I share this? I think I'll just put the link. So $11 saved with this code. So $56 for a pair of, I think I put 5 in my cart. So they're pretty, yeah, so 5 times 4, so 20 shirts for $56 before taxes. Delivery is around $8.95. So if you buy a little bit more and you go up to like $50 for the purchase, you can get free shipping. So I would probably buy some of these and check this guy's store and see what else he has that's Stafford that JCPenney also has. So you can add that to your order and hit that $50 threshold for free shipping. So then I'm also gonna drop this guy's store. You guys can stock this guy's store. He seems to know what he's doing. Storefront to stock for new sellers. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I was going to look at these jelly cats. These are popular. I don't know why they're selling for $50. Like, imagine buying a plush toy for $50. Oh, they're selling for 40. Still, that's absurd. So okay, so let's looks like it's gonna be gated. So yeah, this might be gated. Let's see if we can get it automatically approved. So sometimes when you request approval, you're gonna see like these little videos and stuff. All you got to do is just answer the questions. It says, are you a reseller? So we're a reseller. Which one of the following statements describes your responsibility when listing products on Amazon? I don't need to review every product I sell on Amazon. If another seller is already selling, then I can assume it is allowed to be sold. So you have to say I'm responsible. If you list products for sale on Amazon that are illegal or otherwise in violation of Amazon's policies, the following consequences could result. Please select the best answer. So it has to be all of the above. Which of the following represents the best practice when selling on Amazon to ensure compliance with our policies? Carefully review if buying inventory of the manufacturer. Okay, so it's going to be all of the above. All products I intend to sell are authentic. Counterfeit, replica, or knockoff products are prohibited on Amazon. Okay, you agree, and then you put your email. Okay, and then you submit that. Okay, so we got approved for the subcategory plush toys. Okay, so now we gotta get approved for Jellycat. Let's see what that requires. So it requires 10 units. So we're gonna try that same invoice thing that I did earlier just to see if we can get that ungated. So I'm gonna rename the file as Jellycat. Put that in there. This is just a random invoice that I have from Target. Okay, so give that a couple seconds. Let's refresh the page. Maybe it worked, maybe it didn't. I guess it didn't work. It looks like all these sellers are getting through, so it's under review. Okay. At least we got plush toys approved, and one got declined. Pop chips got declined. So it depends on your account. Every account is different. It's still worth trying to see if you get approved or not. But how we would find this product is the same thing. We would do a Google search. Right now, I know that we can't sell it, so I would skip it and go to the next product. I wouldn't waste any time, but just to show you guys, I would run a Google search and see if I can find it somewhere for cheap. Since looks like the competition is increasing pretty rapidly here, and the price looks like it went from 57 to 34. Probably not going to find this product profitably because at one point it was selling for 57. So this one has red flags all around. Competition's increasing, price is decreasing, we're not gated, we're not making any money, red flag all around. So this is something I would just skip. Now we'll see, we can also see other things this guy's selling, Fujifilm. This one, I think Target has this product. But I do have another call in about 3 minutes. So I will drop that in the things we went over on our group call today. Okay, and I'll also drop the recording as well. Okay, any questions before we hop off here? Any questions? Did you guys learn a little bit here?
Hey, Cynthia, quick question for you.
What's up,
I
Randy?
got in late on the call, so let's try. You said it's best to do individual seller first to start off. But I already have my LLC set up, just but I wanted to know. You said it takes a little
Yeah.
longer, right?
Yeah, so I would definitely open the account as your with your social security, with your personal information, your house address, everything like that. And then once you get the LLC documentation, then
Mm-hmm.
and then after you open your Amazon account successfully, then you can convert that entity on your Amazon account to your LLC. It should be a pretty simple process,
Okay.
but it's easier to get the account with your personal individual information for sure.
All right. Okay.
Mhm.
Nice.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so I'm gonna post this here on the Skool thing. If any other questions come up or you guys want any clarity on anything, my DMs on Skool are always open. And then we will have another group call tomorrow with Salem. So you guys are more than welcome to hop in there, ask some questions. But then until then, I'll see you guys next week, okay?
Thank you.
All right, of course. Have a good rest of your week. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank
Cheers.
you. Bye bye.